No one in the Big 12 is playing like Oklahoma right now. They're averaging 58 points per game, 8.14 yards per play. They're allowing just 12.5 points per game. Simply incredible, but now they're going to head into their biggest game of the season on the road against Baylor as a 2.5-point underdog. Welcome back, college football analyst Dave Golikoff. Baylor seems to be the Sooners' Achilles heel for their season, in my opinion. Baylor is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings. Dave, can Oklahoma overcome the Bears and win this game and cover?
I like Baylor in this spot. I think you take a look at Oklahoma and you see the last few weeks and say, wow, this team is the best team in the Big 12. Hard to argue if you're just looking at it in a sort of a little vacuum here. But remember that Oklahoma is a very different team when they're at Norman versus when they're on the road. And we've seen that already a couple times this year. They had the true road game at Tennessee where they needed a miracle to come back and win that game. Then they also played Texas in a neutral site, and they lost that game. Of course, they bounced back against Kansas and Kansas State. Those were easy road games for them, but Baylor's a different animal. I think you take a look at Oklahoma again. Recently, you say, hey, this team's been great. But I don't think that's the team that shows up this Saturday. I think they're going to have a tough time with Baylor, even though Baylor's without Seth Russell. I think that Oklahoma just is not a team that I want to trust on the road.
All right, final score for this game. I know that's your official pick. I'm throwing you off a little bit with this question, but I know that we're talking about two huge offensive teams here. Do you think the over is a definite play on this game, or that better should maybe tread a little bit lightly here?
I think under is the way to go. You've got Stidman for Baylor, so you don't know exactly what their offense is going to do. They've kind of tapered off a little bit in the last couple of weeks. As for Oklahoma, again, it's just on the road. I think that you look at how they've played in the last few weeks, and you're just like foaming at the mouth thinking that they're easily going to take this game. But again, when they're on the road, we've seen it time and time again. They're about a 500 team. They're more vulnerable, so I don't think they're going to light it up into the 50s as they have. So I think we're looking at, let's say, 38-34 in that type of a range.
College football analyst Dave Golikoff, thanks for being back with us and for the insight.